Hello, everybody. Guess who's back today with a different discussion? We ain't talking about relationships today. It's more aimed towards family. We have a guest and a whole lot to talk about. We got some catching up to do. And I started this new thing where I want to ask my guests to bring something positive on the show. Just one good thing that happened to them this week. I'll say, and I really didn't think about it yet because I want to really give some encouragement to somebody, and I didn't even come up with a phrase or anything. So I'll say one good thing that happened to me this week was, since it's Thanksgiving, I'll say I got a chance to chill with family. I got a chance to hang out with my family. Those the ones that I love. I don't call in-laws in-laws. I call them family. So everybody around me was just happy. I had a happy time. We had really good food, good conversation. The atmosphere was great. And went home. I had some good sleep, good food, and all of that. So I can say that that was my positive attribute to the weekend. I do have a guest on. I'm going to go ahead and allow him to introduce himself because that's what I do. Can you say hi?
What's going on? What's going on? My name TJ in the building.
The most famous, one of the Milwaukee famous TJ. So today we're talking about family, and in this we can start a whole lot of different ways. And one of the things, and I try to stay away from this subject in this topic because I've experienced so many different things with family. And my biggest question is, one of the things that had come up like pre-show, I was talking to one of my friends, and he was saying right before the show, because I don't know where he done went, but he needs to come back. But anyway, um we
Did you
talk.
go get that ice?
Yeah, that's what we trying to wonder where he go. But okay, one of the things that we were talking about was where happened to the love and families and protecting your family. It's just you can bring anything around your family nowadays. People, outsiders, people who really don't care for your family. That number one, and then people in their families, you always have like the big mama or somebody who hold the family together, and somebody, that person that you respect. And once that's lost, then what do? Who gonna have it to stick to keep that family going, keep that dynamic strong? Um, I personally feel like family is not what it used to be anymore, as a whole. And I do like the idea of just having your children and then maybe your siblings, if you guys are close enough, and getting together and hanging out and planning, because life's too short without all the little extra things. But there's a lot of different twists and turns that has taken place in families now, especially black families. It's just not the same anymore. What do you do when things start changing, because I'm just not comfortable in a lot of situations anymore. And I just don't want to be like in nothing. Like I find so much peace in self. And I feel like, you have to start collectively having people around. And your family is not always just your blood. Sometimes you got people who are really close knit to you and treat you better than family could ever treat you. Be there for you, ride or die for you, take a bullet for you. You got people that love you better than your family. So, what's your take on this? We really did some deep talking on family, and you really had a lot of insight before we even sat on the phone. And this conversation came about, and you really had some deep insight. What are your takes on family?
Well, like what you just said is facts. Like some people off the street can be closer to you than what your family is. But then and again, that goes along the lines of your parents. You know what I mean? Because it start off with the parents. So if the
Absolutely.
parents ain't getting y'all around each other as a group, so y'all can get together and do what y'all got to do, brainstorm with each other, whatever the case may be. Uh, you know what I mean? Yeah, your parents got to start that foundation. to get y'all situated around the family. That's why like this weekend or yesterday rather was real smooth. Just being around family because we don't really know each other like that. So we learning how to lock in.
How important is that? Like, why is that so important?
It's important because you got to know who your family is at the end of the day.
Why?
Because you just do. I mean, it starts.
No, it has to be a reason why you think family. Just because my thing is, I'm gonna tell you why I'm asking you this. Because you can have your village of kids by yourself, right?
Right.
And a lot of people can look at a situation and say, this family member over here act funny, don't want the kids together, don't even care. You grow up and you have a strong family dynamic. You have nobody to protect one another, no strong friendships and relationships. And then at the end of the day, you sitting there lonely, and then you not invited to nothing. You're not in. Does that bother you? Would that bother you?
I mean, not really. Not really.
That's why I'm saying, why is it important then?
It's just important. Well, for me, it's important because at the end of the day, ain't no telling what y'all can get accomplished. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all can go along the lines of building some generational wealth things with each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever the case may be, like these white people do. You know what I mean? They got their families locked in. They building companies and everybody got a job in their family. So you know what I'm saying?
I don't think so.
I mean,
I think they for themselves, and
Nah,
I think they have the dynamic that I'm talking about.
I couldn't say they for themselves because if they was for themselves, they wouldn't have accounts and everything set up for their grandkids. They'll never meet a day in their life.
Yeah, but that would be you and your grandkids. We're talking about a family as a whole. Like, say if you had kids and your grandkids and things from that, I can speak on the Caucasian community that they don't do things as a whole.
No,
like they cousins and all of that. No, only the black people really do that. Like,
but I'm just saying they locked in as far as finances. You know what I'm saying? They locked in.
Your generational
They ain't got see if they grandparent or something pass away, then the grandson got the business. You know what I'm saying?
So you think that there's something we can accomplish in the black community?
I mean, if we take the time and think about that, you know what I mean? Because we ain't thinking about that type of stuff.
So what do you think about when I think about what Kanye West doing right now?
I don't think nothing wrong with what he doing.
You never hear like after his mother was taken away from him and he said that she was sacrificed like that. It's like he just like really acting out right now. And a lot of people are saying that Kanye West is crazy, and he make a lot of really good points. He make a whole lot of sense, and a lot of what he says, what people are forgetting. And I don't know if I should even say this on air because I really have a lot of behind the scenes conversations about this. This man's father is a Black Panther leader.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean? And they're saying he was out. They saw him with a Nazi, like this guy who's so dangerous to the world and all this. What do you think, Kanye? You didn't see that?
No, I don't know nothing about that.
He's supposed to be like real detrimental to the world. He banned from places, and
Kanye pulled stunts. So you know what I mean.
Listen here,
he pulled stunts. I mean, the man. I'm gonna just say this. You can't be a billionaire from being dumb.
Exactly.
You know.
So what do you think he doing? Even like meeting with Trump and doing all the things that he doing.
That meeting with Trump was a political stunt. That was a political stunt. He trying to get Larry Hoover up out of there.
You think that's what he doing?
Yeah, for sure. He try. I mean, who the only person that can pardon somebody out of prison?
But
the
why
president.
Would he say all that stuff about? Why would he say all that stuff about George Floyd? And why is he all over the place? Why do you think with so many logical things that he's saying? Why do you think that because he's so logical?
But you got to understand though. I mean, the man ain't just talking off the wall. He's speaking facts. Whether he had fentanyl in his system or whether
he ain't speaking
the
facts
police. I'm just saying whether he's speaking about the fentanyl that was in his system or the police having a knee on his back and he couldn't breathe. So you know what I mean. I don't know what that was about, but all in all, the man said he couldn't breathe, so he couldn't breathe.
Exactly. And and it really wasn't a situation. They did the autopsy report. There was no fentanyl in his
Where
system.
did Kanye get that from then?
Kanye, that's what I'm asking you. Like, why is he doing that? He supported the family. He gave them money. He helped them, and then turned around and said he didn't die from him not being able to breathe. It was
I don't know.
the
He had.
drugs.
I don't know.
He
They
he
got to be some facts somewhere
no.
for
And I
them to
thought the
say
same
that.
way because I had to go and do my research, and I'm like, it was like
And you
not
ain't
a
find
thing
no
with
paperwork.
he did not have any drugs in his system.
Damn, nah, yeah,
So
that's
I
crazy.
wonder why. I wonder why this man has so many facts and then turn around. It's like it make people believe that he's going crazy because he has so many good points, and then you turn around and do that, and it's like, dang, Kanye, you was on to something.
I don't know. Sometimes when people got the power like that, they just I don't know. I just think they try to pull stunts. You know what I'm saying? For something else to go on, or for them to get whatever they got planned out the way or across or whatever the case may be. I don't know, but that's just weird. I don't know why he would say that.
Yeah. But my take on him is he a very smart man.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
I think he's a
Most
very
definitely.
smart man. I can't say much about him, but when it comes down to family dynamics, going back to family, the reason why I brought him up is because he has a really good relationship with his father. And he does. He's got a good relationship with his
Well,
father.
he said his dad is God. So
So you have to remember that. And do you think I'm not even gonna get into that. And the reason why I'm not is because I have all my different takes on there, and I don't want to open up a book to people's mind to attack him even more.
I mess with Ye.
Me, I love him.
Yeah, I fuck with Ye.
And he had that whole. I was introduced to that interview he had with David Letterman. You got to watch it. This is way before all this stuff happened. You
You talking
have
about the
to watch
episodes
it.
with Cardi B and everybody?
No, it was
Oh,
just
okay.
him. I think he had Kim on there. I'm not sure. But he went in his closet with David Letterman. He did a whole interview and he went into his mind. He got real explorative with his thought process and the way he thinks and the reason why him doing the things that he does. So
Yeah,
I
smart
think that
man.
it's really good at this point in time with everything that he is experiencing right now. I think it's really good for Black people to go back and watch some of his interviews. And that David Letterman would be ideal for everything that's going on right now to know his thought process. I think people will understand him a little bit better because he's a family man
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
he
Most definitely,
believes
yeah.
in family,
Right. Even though he pulled his stunts.
even though he pulled his stunts. So we go back to this. A lot of people, like I've seen, and I'm not going to get personal because I'm not ready for this discussion, to be honest, because family is something real deep.
Oh yeah,
And I was having a conversation with this young lady over here, and she said she don't care about family. Like she could care less if she close to people or not. And I argue that fact because at the end of the day, you're gonna need somebody, and you much rather it be
no,
family.
I'm just curious. I'm just curious though. Like,
Can you pull the mic closer?
what make you think that?
Can you? Can you explain why you said what you said?
Yeah, like what'll make you think that?
I don't have to be close to my extended family if they don't want to be close to me. I got my mama and my daddy and my brothers, and I'm straight.
So you wouldn't want to know like your cousins, uncles.
If they want to know me,
See, that shit crazy. That's yeah, that shit.
And that's
It go
exactly what
both
brought you
ways.
to the whole
Yeah,
conversation.
that shit crazy. That shit crazy.
what's crazy about it?
I mean, I wanna know where this shit started from. First of all, you know what I mean. I want to know where it started from, like, cause I already know like the feeling of saying fuck the family, cause it is crazy how you could just meet a random motherfucker off the street, then they respect you and love you more than your family do. But then again, like that goes to like what I was saying, like our parents, like not getting the generations that's in the same age bracket together. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't no telling that probably could be your best of friend or your best cousin. Like
But you
what
have people that you close to.
like
I do.
what you ain't able to do, they able to catch that slack for you, and what able they can't do, you able to catch that slack for them. I mean,
Yeah, but it gets to a point where people want to talk about things more than they want to be there for you, if that makes sense. Like they would rather sit around the table and talk about you than to be on your side. And when that becomes an issue, I don't want to be part of none of it.
you mean for like far as judging?
That too. Family is very judgmental.
I'm
They'd be the first ones to have something to say.
you know what that shit that's
And not
crazy
everybody has
because
time for that.
I mean I don't do the judging because it's only one judge at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? That's God. So,
But you know, family do that.
yeah, oh yeah. That I mean,
I get exactly what she's saying with that.
Yeah, everybody do that shit. Everybody do that shit. But you know what's so crazy? I ain't never understood that because you'd rather talk about me like I'm a dog, but you 10 times worse than me.
Exactly. Just because you hide in something or just because you know, I think people are people. And then you go around and you can't accept a person for who they are. Like I've been in situations where I've been in some deep situations, you know, and even with family. And I feel like those situations, even though something was done to me, I still felt like the victim. I mean, like the suspect.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, dang,
That's-
this happened to me. And everybody like, okay, like go deal with whoever y'all want to deal with. I'm just going back up because I don't, and that's what separates some things because you see some things is like, don't come sit on my couch and be talking all this crap and then go behind my back and get out my face.
Right.
Get out my face.
Yeah, that phony
Don't
shit.
right. I don't like all that fake stuff.
Yeah.
Don't be doing all of that. And family is like that dynamic and that kind of stuff can change your whole relationship down the line because you got certain people that stick together. You got these people over here that's a group. Then you got, you know, that's how messed up the Black community is now. It's like, can't everybody fake? And then you got your personal problems with people that ain't nobody did none of you. And then you mad for no reason.
Right.
You know, it's like you assuming. You assuming somebody mad at you, assuming somebody jealous of you, assuming somebody ain't nobody thinking about you.
Don't jump your ass back in your mama's stomach.
Go back.
Yeah,
go figure it out. Because at the end of the day, family is family. And if you're not gonna stick together, stay away from each other. And I really do, because the reason why I feel like that is because when you family, you can get hurt more with that. Because you thinking that this is supposed to be this way. And that's what I went through. What I've been through personally. And that's why I said I don't want to get too personal, because I feel like I've been through some real deep stuff. And I don't feel like I need to carry it on for the rest of my life and everybody needs to feel this certain way. But I get uncomfortable around some people, or I'm uncomfortable around certain situations and everything. And if that's what y'all want to do, if that's what y'all want to do, I can't, you know, because, and you know why, and you know it's detrimental. You know you wouldn't do it if it was your child, right. You know, so that kind of stuff. But then you want to turn it into something else, you know, that kind of stuff. You treat certain people different because of who they are, or because you feeling some type of way, that tears the Black family up real bad. Because we be looking about none of that. See, but you just said it's important.
I mean,
and then she just said the reason why it wasn't. It's exactly the same thing.
As far as somebody judging me or something like that, I don't be giving a fuck about none of that. Because at the end of the day, I know who I am. So I'm 100%. I give them 120 until a motherfucker cross me. So. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got your opinions and whatever the case may be. I mean, I ain't got to fall into your trap.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, if you judging me, then you know what I'm saying? It's like you try to catch a reaction off of me. So,
yes.
You know what I'm saying? So
yes.
I'm not falling for
that's it. That's the thing.
You know what I'm saying?
You doing this to try to make me get off my...
I'm not falling for it because, you know, sometimes, man, you know, people just be lost and not happy with themselves.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So,
and then is that when you love more?
I mean, see? I can't say for nobody. I can't speak for nobody.
That's what I'm saying. Is that when you love more?
I can't speak.
You saying family should be together. So when you see somebody falling off the Richter scale, you know.
No. See, so like I don't know me. I'm like I'm like locked in with the fam. You know what I'm saying? So,
You always been.
yeah,
So
I'm
it's kind of
locked in
hard
with
to
the-
have this
yeah,
conversation with you
so-
because people don't have a problem with you.
Yeah, I'm locked in. So yeah, that's like everybody love me. Who don't love TJ?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So that's different for you.
Yeah. So I'm locked in with everybody. I mean, I try to be the mediator. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We gonna even this shit out. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you can't judge nobody. You know what I'm saying? Just because he fucked up or she fucked up and you doing good. I mean, shit, you know, it's a flip side to this shit. You know, that's why I be telling people, you know, quarters got heads and tails on them. You know what I'm saying? It's a flip side to the game. You know what I'm saying? Shit, this shit can be a reverse thing. You know what I'm saying? Where you doing bad and they doing good. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying though, it's like whether I'm doing bad or good, you know what I'm saying? I'm always gonna give positive feedback. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be positive about everything. So I really don't be tripping about that type of shit.
Yeah, and when it come down to like marriages, that's family too. You know, and different things can happen in marriages in the family, in-laws.
I ain't got nothing to do with nobody's marriage.
No, not just marriage.
I
you know what I'm saying? Not just family is family.
Marriage.
So it doesn't matter. You know, it's like sometimes you can have a problem with in-laws, you know, different things like that, you know, and things don't work out, you know. Yeah, it's like, okay, so I don't fit right here, but what I do, you know, you didn't grow up with those people, so you got to be like a chameleon, try to, and that's what I'm saying when it come down to family nowadays. You the chameleon. You the chameleon. Like you just whatever when the color change, you gonna right.
I'm breezing through,
and it's hard to do that.
I'm breezing through. I don't know. The way I be thinking is Einstein. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll be thinking Einstein shit.
Like it don't even matter.
Yeah. If I'm gonna eat, we all gonna eat.
Stuff so petty.
So, yeah.
Right. And I can't have the mind frame of this young lady. I really have tried my best to talk to her and tell her over and over again how important family is. Even if you can't just say my mom, my daddy there, and my siblings. Because this is really how this girl think. And I pray to God that she comes out of that because you never know who you need.
Yeah, I just said that. You know what I'm saying?
You never know who you need at the end of the day.
No bullshit. Especially when you're trying to get something done.
Especially when you're trying to get something done.
Yeah, when you're trying to get something done, you know what I'm saying? Because you pick up
what about
phone,
if you need something?
You pick up that phone and, hey, man, I can't figure this out. Well, you know what? I just did some research on that. Here you go right here. You know what I'm saying?
Think about if you never knew somebody to begin with. I don't know. Okay, think of it this way. Think of the people that you don't know. You don't know them, right? So if you never knew them to begin with, you never took the time to get to know them, you're going to live your life without them, right? So if I need something, I'm going to figure it out without them because I don't know who they are.
For the time being, for the meantime, between time.
Regardless, I'm going to figure it out.
Because at the end of the day, what if you come up on a situation where you really need like everybody to come together? Like sometimes, and that's the thing about, and you know, I've had that mind frame before.
There's people out here with nobody.
No, it's fucked up though, because you know what's so crazy? Like, we just met one of our cousins 5 years ago.
That's what I'm saying.
Who the fuck knew she cool as shit? She 100.
But you went your whole life without her, didn't you?
I'm just saying though,
and you were straight, right?
I mean,
like it's great to know her, like that's cool and all, but like
she
gonna be straight.
She wasn't around. That's what I'm saying. It come from our parents. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think it come from your parents?
I'm kids and all this. Like,
man, we don't even want to get into that.
I got 13 brothers and sisters. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got nieces and nephews I never met. You don't think that's a bad?
No.
You don't think that's bad? I got.
That's what I'm saying. She really think like that. She really think that way.
Oh, no, something wrong.
Something's wrong. But do you think that come from your parents?
I think you guys are needy.
Oh, she snapped, man. I heard it all for the day, man. I heard it all for the day, man. That's that millennial shit, man.
She said this. If in case y'all didn't hear her, she said, "No, I think you guys are needy."
Millennial talk, man.
Right. Talk. Like, how can you say something like that?
That millennial
with
talk.
My voice in my mouth. That's how I did it.
That's horrible. That's
Free
a
the love,
horrible
free the
word,
love.
man. That's really bad.
Free the love.
No, it's not.
Tone, help us. Please help this child.
You can't think like that.
That's bad.
I can.
That's
That
really
ain't
bad.
That ain't good to think.
That is not
I
good to
can
think.
think like that.
And I'm gonna tell
I
you
do,
something. And I'm
and
gonna
everything is
tell
fine.
you something. I've been in situations. It don't have to be anybody in specific in your family, but you shouldn't have that mind frame. You can be in some real situations where you need people. And sometimes you can look at family too, and those people that, how can I put this?
Okay, my point is, it's great to know family. Like, that's cool. That's cute. Like, I like the ones that I do know. But if there's somebody that's not interested in me, I'm not going to go out of my way to get to know them, for one. And for two, I'm not going to force anything because I'm going to be fine either way it goes. And for three, either way it goes, I'm going to have to figure it out because life goes on.
You're going to be fine, though.
Because life goes on.
That's what
it's
I'm
not
saying.
going to stop. It's not going to stop because you don't know your cousin. Trust me.
Who you deal? I'm saying, so who you jam with?
But listen,
your
life
family, who
and
you
time.
jam with?
But I love my cousins.
No,
I'm real close with like 3 of them.
I'm saying you jam with your mama and your daddy.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I'm real cool with my parents.
So what if they disappear tomorrow?
That could very much so happen, and I'll be straight because my parents set me up for that already.
Damn.
I love them, and that would hurt, of course, because those are my parents.
This another topic right here.
But
no, it's family. It's family, and everybody have different views, and that's why it's so important to get those views, because sometimes you lean on family way too much.
You do.
You lean on family way too much, and then at the end of the day, and that's why I decided to disconnect myself, because sometimes you lean on what the thought process of what it should be so much until you end up stuck somewhere.
I think you're getting there, Mom.
I've been there. I've been there, and it's to a point now. I do feel like now, like I look at it like, who ain't there ain't. Whoever is hi, bye. Like it's okay.
Some people just stuck in a
right.
Motherfucking
Yeah,
way.
because it's not. You're not gonna give. Everything is not reciprocated the way you think that it should be. Like, I'm doing a lot of different things. I'm not gonna be around here begging for support. Like, sometimes people are not gonna be there for you the way you think, and I don't feel like I have to do that. But I'm just saying, like, here go $5. I'm gonna donate. I can't come. Like, okay, well, bye. I'm not gonna send another text. I'm not begging. Like, whatever's gonna happen will happen. That don't mean that nobody don't love each other, but let's just go ahead on and. Like, because I ain't ready to do that.
Love on who loves on you.
Right. So that's true. But when it comes down to you being bitter or upset about it, no, you accept and you create a different life for yourself where, you just don't have
you
that.
Always gotta find your lane.
Right. So, and that's what I'm saying. You're never going to be able to, because I'm going to tell you, after I lost my brother, we had started all this whole big thing. Like, we're going to be closer. It does. When you lose somebody, it make you want to start doing things. And we started doing that, and it just made stuff crash and burn even worse, because it's like, you're going to continue missing that person. And you're doing this for the wrong reason. You're not doing it because you really love each other and y'all should be. This is how it should be anyway. Like, and if it wasn't like that, it's not gonna happen overnight because you lost somebody.
Yeah, sometimes you just catch the ones that just think they better than the next. So.
Exactly. And your mind frame is everything. What you thinking? Like, you ain't God. Like, it is like, listen, like, nobody ain't getting ready to do none of that. So
you gotta get judged when that time comes.
When that time comes, and you never know. Yes.
That's why I don't really. I don't do the. This guy doing bad, that guy doing good shit. No, I don't be on none of that.
Right. So and then you show yourself.
Get yourself together.
Yep. People definitely show themselves. And I used to be the type where I just say anything because I went through some things. I'm like, I don't care who hear me say this or that. You said it. You doing it. I'm telling you. I'm saying it too. Right. Now I don't care. Like, I'm not even going to try to get back. I don't care that much for me to just be like, you sat on my couch and you did this and you said that. But then you went and did something different and said something different. I used to be the type that'd be like, this what you said though. But now it's like, I don't care because now I know who you are. Stay away from me. Yeah. Like, just, you got to have that clearance.
I mean, shit, at the end of the day, they talk about God.
So they talked about God. And at the end of the day, and like I was just telling somebody, like, and I don't want to get off into that because it was Thanksgiving. I had to really project to a close family member, and I told her, I said, look, it's gonna be a lot of days you're gonna feel lonely.
Oh, yeah,
You're gonna feel by yourself in situations. You getting older, you're gonna feel lonely. Don't depend on somebody to make you feel a specific way, or don't depend on somebody to give you some type of love or support. Not talking real love and support, getting up and supporting people the way that you would want for your child.
right.
Everybody don't look at everybody like if it's their child, as if it's their child, but they want you to look at their child that way.
Right.
And sometimes you're not ever going to get that.
Right.
So what I was telling her was, this young lady has a voice and nobody's pushing it. And I'm telling her, she very close to me, and I said, look, you're going to have some lonely days. And when God give you a God-given talent, because everybody can't sing.
No,
Everybody can't open their mouth and just sing like a bird.
Right.
And if you have
You
that,
gotta be birthed with that.
and you have to be birthed with that. And that's a God-given talent. He chose you to be able to sing that way. Believe me. I know. People can't sing. And I've seen it, but this young lady has a voice, and she wants to dance. And I'm like, you going in circles because you're defeating your whole purpose. You're supposed to be singing. And the times when you're depressed, you're supposed to sing. I don't know how to exercise my voice. I said, sing when you're sad. Sing when you're getting picked on. Sing when you're going. Sing your gift makes room for you. Your gift is your power. When you have a God-given gift, you have it.
Yeah, I got plenty of them. I already knowing that.
And the crazy part about it is, a lot of people spend their whole life trying to find their purpose.
I got plenty of them. But you know what's so crazy though? That's why I just told them the other day, like, man, a person that stopped themselves from achieving whatever they want to achieve, you know what I mean? You got to push yourself to the limit.
You do.
You got to push yourself to the limit.
You do.
Because, shit, if you ain't got no confidence in yourself, you can't expect nobody else to have no confidence in you.
Exactly.
Shit, on the real, it just ain't gonna come. You got to get up and go get it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So,
and that's where I'm at. I hate I learned that so young. I mean, so late. I feel like I should have learned this a long time ago.
Yeah.
And it's, I don't feel left out or anything. It's just time to go. You know what I mean?
Oh, no. Look what you just said right now. Look, that go back to the parenting. So what if your parents would have installed this in you, like when you was 2, 3, 4 years old? You know what I'm saying? Imagine like where you could have been at.
Your parents can't do everything.
No, I'm just saying though. Like I was just telling my cousin them yesterday, how my daddy we had chickens for pets.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
That's amazing.
You see what I'm saying? So imagine if he would have told us back then when I was 8 or 7, like, man, you know what we could do with these chickens, right? We can start a chicken farm, be the next Titan chicken company. We got eggs. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, this our pet though. Like, damn, my grandma come and kill a chicken.
Yeah, because you gotta eat.
That's the meal now.
That's the meal now.
We could have been billionaires off that chicken.
But you just gotta raise more chickens. Like, what they doing now?
No, I'm just saying though. So imagine if that was installed then. It's like financial wise, like what we could be earning off of these chickens instead of just letting them run around this yard like they pets for real. You know what I mean?
But see, I think we only as parents, like you can even think about yourself as a parent. I feel like we only can instill in our children what we were taught, and I guess generational, and the things that we learn and we're taught, and things that is implemented into our lives as we grow. We only can deliver that to our children, what we know. And some of us have difficult upbringings. You know, it's not everybody's upbringing is not the same.
Right.
So, and that's where I say, when you know that that family support is looked at a little different, when you know that this kid that been through this and that, that's when that support is supposed to be different.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
supposed
no
to
doubt.
be, and that's where I have had to come to terms where it's like, it is what it is. I'm not getting ready to, I'm not bitter. I'm not mad. I'm not upset. I've come to terms. And I know, and with that being said, that I have work to do with not only on myself, but on my environment with my own children. And I felt like even coming up, like during that time when I was upset, those were times when I was raising my children. And I can be honest about it. I can be honest about things that I've been through, you know, personally. Like I don't want to ever live like that again or have that thought or mind frame. You have to grow.
Oh yeah, no
You
doubt.
have to grow. And as you grow, you have to know that things change and you're going to look at things a little different and see things for what they really are. And with me raising my kids, and I feel like that's where their thought process come from. um I feel like they don't have that where they're going to be leaning on people like that, because I never put that in them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I always given them like, y'all gonna have to learn how to figure it out. Like,
Yeah,
this how
got
y'all
to,
gonna have to do it, because
got to.
don't do this and don't do that, because that ain't it ain't that, you know. And sometimes, and like you keep going back to the parenting, I'm really like not agreeing, because everybody is their own person. Your mom's thought process or father's thought process is not going to be like, you are different from them. You might think family is important. She might think that family is not important. Like, I'm not on that, but her kids might think differently. And who's to say who's wrong?
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? So then we have all these different thought process and mind frames on how we view things, and it has to come together. And it's like, you got your cousin sitting over there in the corner during a whole family reunion on their phone. Like, I don't care nothing about what's going on around me.
Right.
I'm not going to jump in no bags. We ain't doing slip and slide. I do not care about y'all watermelon. I brought me some Swedish fish. You know what I'm saying? See, then you got that family member like, everybody come over here. Let's go slip and slide. Let's jump in the bean bags. Because it's fun and they lonely. They are lonely. You could be lonely when they gone. Just your time to jump in the bean bags. You know what I'm saying? So, you got different mind frames and thought processes. So we can't really blame our children, because I was the one that really didn't want to jump in the bean bag.
Right.
So I can't deliver that to my kids. I can't say, let's go jump
Right,
in the
go jump
bean.
in the bean
That's
bag.
not my thought process. It's
Yeah.
like, did y'all eat? I got some gas in my car. What time we leaving?
Right.
Where we going? We leave, or my mind frame may be different, and that's why respect got to be different. That's why everybody needs to learn how to accept people for who they are, because I'm not getting ready to try to cater myself to your mind frame, and you don't need to do the same for me. We just need to love and respect one another at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's a point there. Yeah.
That's just what it is. And if we can't do that, and if you just don't like me, and I just don't like you, what is the use?
Right.
You know, and that you still got that uncle like, everybody come on. No, we good.
Yeah, it ain't gonna work.
You got to start building elsewhere and keep it that way, and don't let nobody in. And that's just what family turns into, because you start to see how things change, and then you end up getting yourself hurt, your children hurt, because they expecting things or thinking that things supposed to be a specific way. Look at your kids. They got aunties. What if they change? They got uncles. What if they change on them?
Yeah.
You got that uncle that used to bring candy over to the kids. All of a sudden, he start looking at you different because of something or whatever. Like, what's what? You not gonna do that to mine. You will not get that opportunity to do that to my children. You bye. And so that's and I really wanted to have that conversation, because you and I talked about this, and you were so strong on family, and I see your point, because you got a different mind frame.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to your thoughts.
I just think it's important.
I'm not opposed to your thoughts,
I think it's important,
but
because, like I said, ain't no telling what y'all can get accomplished with each other.
That's true. With those that love you, that truly love you.
I mean, if y'all on the same platform or on the same level, you know what I mean? If y'all got a bunch of cousins around, y'all on the same thing, get together, talk about some stuff.
Yeah, I
You know
think
what I
it's
mean?
important if you have that group, because family now is groups. Am I lying?
Right.
Am I lying?
No, no, no.
It's groups. You got
Yeah.
this group of people that, oh, we love each other children, but then oh, them over there, they this and that, as if
Right.
you're all this and that. Like,
They
if
be
you
doing
don't
that. They,
go,
they,
yes, if you don't go, because I can just say a whole lot. Ain't nobody perfect now.
yeah,
But
no
I
doubt about
just
that.
feel like it's so disgusting. It's just so disgusting to me, and that's why I can see her mind frame. It's like you're not getting ready to get a chance to even play with me like that.
That's that fake love.
That is so fake, and why be
That's that
bothered?
fake love.
And that's when it comes in that I've had people around me that's good to me as family, and I've had people around me that's good to me like family. That'll be like, ain't no, we getting ready to do this. I've had people on this show before Tommy, my brother, was killed. I started this show before that. And the group of people that I started with was so down for me. Your sister was one of them.
Yeah.
So at every photo shoot, at every meeting, taking notes, conversation ready.
Right.
Let's do this. Let's go. Where we at next? On the boat? Oh, it's still in
You see
motion.
what I'm
But at
saying?
the same time,
You
and
catch
then
them.
like
You
we
catch them
ended
good
up
people.
being family, but it's still, you got people that's just like, let's go. This is nice. This is, I'm supporting you too. It ain't even about just support. I'm just using that as an example. So please, people, don't look at it like I'm mad at anybody about anything, because I'm not. I'm just having general conversation about family and different things that occur that causes different differences and division. And then my perspective may not be in line with whatever somebody else is thinking, but I can say that when it came down to it, yes, family it is today, Trail. I feel like I really do understand how different dynamics and different people have their way of looking at things, but I never think that a family member should look at somebody and be like, not you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you don't get,
Yeah.
if
And
you
that
don't
person be the
get
one.
your nappy headed,
Yeah.
that's
Then that
just
person end up being the one.
exactly, you can't do that. And it's differences. Like, we have a generation before a generation,
Right.
and then we start thinking about, um we can say right above us, like we got older cousins, we got uncles and stuff above us, and that generation. I'm trying my best. God, please help me. That may not, they've outgrown some of our thoughts.
Oh yeah, that's because they stuck in their ways. They on that old school shit.
mm,
They on that old school shit. They
I wouldn't
stuck in
call
their
it that.
ways. They stuck in their ways.
I wouldn't call it that all the time. I'm saying, like, when you get to that point where it's like I'm gonna say this. I don't look at my nieces and stuff, I don't look at the younger generation below me and like, I'd rather just reach out and help. Did that make sense?
Help with what though?
Anything that they like, if I want to be there and I know that I'm knowledgeable and I got wisdom, I think that I would be more, how can I say it without sounding crazy? Like, I really don't want to go there because I really don't personally feel like this. It's just kind of,
So you would just rather fuck with them.
yeah,
Yeah. Put them on
all of them.
positive shit.
All of them. Like,
Yeah.
any of them, I want to have that relationship, whether, no matter how their parents feel.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't care how my sister feel. I'm still gonna love my nieces and nephews, and
Okay.
however you feel, I love them. You're not taking that from me.
That's what I was saying. You know what I'm saying?
That's you as a person.
Ain't no telling what positive words you can say to
That would change their life.
Right. They just catch on to it. Like, oh, I remember she said, woo woo woo. I remember he said, woo woo woo.
It's really sad what it has turned into in our community, and I think that's why people are all over the place. You got that wisdom and that knowledge that you can deliver to someone, And like I've seen situations in different families where there has been like people touching on kids and different things like that, and you've seen that happen, and these kids grow up sad or bitter or going through different psychological issues, and you just treat them a certain way, like people crazy. Yeah, they going through their thing, and you judging them and treating them a certain way when and then think about it if it was your child. People don't think like that no more.
No, they be off itself.
But you want support then. I bet you want some support then.
Yeah, at the end of the day, majority of people think about themselves anyways. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So then they don't know how they extend their hand.
No, and see that's where you different.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And you got and that's why I think that you're gonna add a lot of insight to this show today. You're gonna deliver a lot of knowledge and understanding to our community when it comes down to family, because the way I view you, TJ, and even like having general conversation about you when it comes down to your family, and rest in peace to your grandmother, and I know you just had a terrible loss, but you were there every day.
Yeah, for sure.
Every single day. Controlling the environment, making sure stuff was cool. I mean, you wasn't alone. You all had support. Everybody was trying to be there, but you was there bringing your flowers, and you wasn't gonna wait.
Yeah, for sure.
I saw you right there. I got pictures to prove it. So, what I'm saying is that chameleon that you can turn yourself into with anybody, any situation, whatever's going on in your family. I think that you can deliver that to our community, especially with young men, letting them know how real it is and how important it is to bring that back, be that stand up man in the family, to be like, this is, just delivering that. Where men can look at you and be like, TJ is a cool dude. He known to be cool,
yeah.
But this what make him cool.
Yeah, for sure.
This is what makes him a cool guy. You know what I mean? He's a stand-up. He keeps the family together, make sure everybody straight as much as he could. You can't do everything, but you're going to voice how you feel. I done saw you. And I have seen you.
I move like Superman.
Right. You do what you got to do, though, in a humble way. You're very humble about it, and you're not the only one. So I'm not going to say that because I've seen it. And I think that you are an important factor when it comes down to the men in your family, like you can represent, because you come from that cloth, because you're not alone. There's other men in your family that has the same attitude and outlook on family,
yeah, for sure.
And how families should be and how men should be in a family. And this is what we're missing. This is what's been lost. Because if nothing else, if men can't take control, then we don't know what to do as women. Sometimes when it come down to certain situations, it's like, oh yeah,
right.
We
Even
do think
y'all
that
stronger than us.
we're stronger. I'm glad you mentioned that, but I'm just saying, at the end of the day, there are some things.
I know. You know what I'm saying? I know.
The woman holds it together.
Y'all carry babies around for 9 months, and ain't no man doing that.
Right. You're very accurate. We go through some things that men can't do.
Yeah, that shit a motherfucker.
Yeah, I don't think you can ever do that.
Nah.
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna picture it.
But you do offer some really good insight as a Black man that women could take into account. And we can take that advice from you and change the whole dynamic of our thought process. I think you can deliver that to men. But we're going to wrap up. I think this was a really, 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 really good show. Did you have some closing thoughts on family?
No, we pretty much wrapped it up. We gotta get this one over here to the left of us together.
Yeah, one day.
Like, my whole eyebrow appointment.
Yeah, she's upset. She missed her eyebrow appointment, so she wasn't gonna talk. She wasn't gonna join the show, but she had some really good things to say. So I wish she was able to to join the show a little bit today. It was a good show, and I think that we got more to come. We got a whole lot to talk about, and we got some traveling to do next summer. So we got a whole lot of bookings and things coming up. Again, you can find TJ. You want your Instagram out there or no?
I ain't got no Instagram for y'all right now.
No Instagram.
I will though.
He will, but we'll see him again, and he's working on his own thing too. So we'll be putting that out there so that you guys can find him when he's out here. You know where to find me. I'm on YouTube, Instagram, Chatty Queens Brunch Club, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Let's go. The time has changed a little bit. I don't know what's going on with the guy that I work with. He's just been throwing me off, but I'm kidding. I don't want to get beat up over here. I've been having stuff going on, but you guys join in and join the conversation and keep coming with those inboxes. I love the feedback. Peace.
Man, that was a good show.
It's a good show.